Chapter 5, page 145. Reading. Dreaming Across Cultures. The famous anthropologist Edward Tyler studied dreaming in many cultures. Tyler believed that primitive early humans developed the idea of a soul from their attempts to explain dreaming. According to Tyler's theory, these people thought a part of their body seemed to go someplace else during dreams. If his theory is correct, our early ancestors decided that this part of their body was not physical. In other words, it was the soul, and this was the beginning of religion. Whether or not Tyler was correct, it's clear that people in all cultures do dream. However, how they view dreaming and how they use dreams varies from culture to culture. Artists' use of dreams. Anthropologists have pointed out the importance of dreams to artists worldwide. Artists in very different cultures receive inspiration for their art from dreams. In West Africa, for example, an artist will carve a mask for the Poro Society after a dream gives him guidance. In New Ireland, now part of Papua New Guinea in the South Pacific, sculptures are carved for the Malangan ceremony, in which people remember dead ancestors. Although the basic design is traditional, each sculpture is also unique. The artist receives his inspiration for it through a dream. This form of inspiration is probably not surprising to artists, writers, or composers of music from any culture, for dreams are often seen as a source of inspiration. The Ancient Egyptians. Ancient Egyptians sometimes dreamed about gods or people who had died. Some events in dreams were seen as lucky and some as unlucky. People would go to a priest at a temple or to a scribe, someone who could read and write, who could find an interpretation of these dreams in a dream book or recite a spell, magic words, to prevent unlucky dreams. The Ancient Greeks and Medieval Christians. The ancient Greeks looked to their dreams to guide them to good health. When they were sick and wanted to be healed, they went to the temple of Asclepius, the god of healing. They paid for an animal, a chicken, goat, or sheep, to be sacrificed. Then they slept on the temple floor in the belief that the god would come to them in a dream and tell them what to do in order to be cured. Over 1,000 years later, during the Middle Ages, the tradition continued. European Christians used to sleep in churches in the hopes of having a dream to cure their sickness. The Church, however, did not approve of this practice. The Church saw itself as the intermediary between God and people. If people could listen to God directly in their dreams, then the power of the Church was lessened. The Senoi of Malaysia. The Senoi people of Malaysia are famous for their art of dream interpretation, which they practiced until recently. Traditionally, they used their dreams to control their waking life. Each day, adults used to meet with each other to discuss their dreams in order to solve personal and community problems. At breakfast every day, children told their dreams to older family members and learned dream interpretation in the discussion and analysis that followed. Children learned to use their dreams creatively and change feelings of ill will, fear, anger, or hatred into feelings of goodwill. For example, if a child had a nightmare about falling, his elders told him that it was a wonderful dream. It was the quickest way to contact the spirit world, and there was nothing to be afraid of. In his next falling dream, he should relax and see where the dream might take him. If a child dreamed that she was attacking someone, she needed to apologize to that person and share something good with him. The goal was for dreamers to gain control of their dream world and then the waking world. In this way, The Senoi lived peacefully within themselves and their society, without psychological problems, crime, or violence. Native Americans. Dreams have always been important in Native American culture too, but in quite a different way from the Senoi. Native Americans in North America who follow their people's traditions may seek a vision, a rare and special kind of dream, in two ways, through the use of peyote or through a vision quest. Peyote is a kind of drug from the cactus plant. When people eat it as part of a religious ceremony, sometimes they experience visions of God or Jesus or a spirit. Their visions are associated with images from their specific cultures. A Mexican native, for example, might see beautiful colored birds. A Native American from the flatlands of the United States might envision buffalo. In a vision quest, people suffer hunger, physical pain, and loneliness for several days in an attempt to have a vision that will guide them or their people.